So for those that don't make videos, you've never used YouTube Studio, you may not understand how it works. The Studio is where you upload your videos to. And it has different features in there. You can put in a description, you can put tags in. Tags are the things that, keywords that people use to search to find your video. You can put all kinds of information in the video. Some of it's displayed, some of it isn't. And you can do some editing up to a point with that video in the YouTube Studio. But that's your way to upload your videos. It's really not that difficult to use, but it changes from time to time. Sometimes they add features, they remove features. You know, it's just like any other sort of software that they update to make better, but does it always make it better? Nah, not really. So when you get to the end of your editing process in your video, your upload process in your video, because you pop through multiple screens, you have to select what you want to do with the video. You can make it private, which means only you can see it. You can make it unlisted, which means that it'll give you a link, and if you send somebody a link, they can watch it, but without that link, you can't watch it. You can set it as a public or a premiere, which I don't do. I don't really like that. I've watched some premieres, and they've got this long intro with this crappy music and this countdown, and then when you go watch a video, up to now, I still haven't seen a premiere video that I thought was worth calling a premiere. It's just a regular video. I know it draws attention to the channel, and with somebody trying to build their analytics, they're looking for anything to build those numbers, draw attention. But it's like, if you're going to call it a premiere video, make it something spectacular, or make it some sort of announcement that is really just worth calling a premiere, but just one of your regular old lame videos. Why? So I don't use that premiere feature. There is public, which means it'll publish the video right away. You just have to click 2 or 3 buttons. You go public, publish, save, something like that. Depending on whether you do it from your phone or you do it on your desktop or laptop, it's a little bit different. But that'll publish it right then and there, and then people can see it right away. And then last, there's schedule. And schedule means that you can set the time and date where this will go public. It's unlisted until then. So you can send links to people ahead of time if you want somebody to review it or something like that. But more or less, you can schedule it to publish whenever you want. And that's kind of nice when you shoot a whole bunch of videos and you've loaded them into Studio and they're ready to go, and you want to kind of spread them out over time, or maybe you want to publish them at a certain time because for some reason that time is relevant to you. For example, there are some live shows that I go on where I've made a video at the request or as a response to something the host has said or a regular panelist has said. So maybe I publish the video before we go live that day on it. Say that show is, Tuesday at 7 o'clock, right? I might publish the video at 5 or 6 o'clock on Tuesday or something like that, so that if anybody on the show wants to watch it or the host wants to watch it, maybe it's something we discuss on the show or not. And every now and then somebody will mention the video or what have you, but a lot of times it doesn't work that way. And don't think that every video I publish the time and date that I publish it has a reason behind it. Not necessarily. I mean, sometimes I'll shoot the video at a certain time of day, and then I'll publish it later, and I'll publish it at the same time of day that I shot it. Or sometimes I shoot a video on a certain day, and weeks later I publish it on that same day of the week. Or maybe I shoot a video in advance. This is something I need to do more often, is shoot a video in advance and then it's relevant on that day, so I publish it on that day. You know, just like TV does. Not everything is live and you know, that sort of thing. I mean, YouTube allows us to be like our own miniature amateur Hollywood, right? So that's something that I got to get better at, is recording things in advance so that I can schedule it on that day. So the Studio is a time saver, in my opinion. I mean, the schedule feature in the Studio is a time saver, in my opinion. And sometimes what I'll do on a Saturday is shoot 6 or 8 videos. It doesn't mean I do that every Saturday. But I could spend the entire week going back and editing those videos, because as I go through them, I find out, crap, I got to reshoot this part, and then I've got to set everything up again and shoot a few seconds or a minute or whatever, and then edit it into the video or something like that. Or I have to scrap some videos, scrap some footage, and then I can either go back and try again later when I have time, or it's just done. It's there's something about loading videos in the studio. If I let them set too long, they do become kind of irrelevant, and I have to decide whether or not I want to publish them at a later point. I have had some people comment about the video saying, hey, this is past, this is irrelevant, or why, or I might shoot a whole bunch of videos over the course of a couple weeks, but then decide to publish them in a different order than I shot them, because after reviewing them, I find out they're more relevant if I publish them in this order. If you watch them in order, they make more sense than if you watch them in the order that I actually shot the footage, right? So sometimes I get comments about that, so I may put in the description section the day I actually shot the video, because the day I shoot it is not necessarily the day I publish it. And if you don't do YouTube videos, you might not understand. I mean, do you really think that they published that TV show that you watched, that they did it that morning and that night you're watching it? No. But it's kind of interesting how I get some comments from people that seem to believe that with YouTube. So the schedule feature, I think, is a time saver. It's something that I don't use often enough. I should use it more. And it's just something out there that I wanted to explain for those who maybe don't make videos. Maybe one day you'll get into making videos and you'll find out that you can really work this into your schedule, into your free time. And it can be frustrating at times. It can seem like work at times. But if you're trying to have some fun, or you're just trying to share an experience with other people out there, I think you might be pleasantly surprised at the results. I think you might actually look at it and go, that was kind of fun to do. And if you're just about analytics and numbers, or you think this is how you're going to get rich quick, no, you're going to get frustrated really fast. You're going to get disappointed and frustrated really fast. But if you're just trying to network out there with other people and have a little fun and share some of your knowledge and experience or your opinions, I think you'll get as much out of it as I have. But that's just my opinion. Thanks for listening.